Hi Aquarius, thanks for joining me and thanks for sticking with me through the lateness of this reading for you. But we're here now, and this reading is for love and you. And it's for the 6th of May and the couple of weeks following it. Now, as always, I'm going to run through these 3 cards here and look at it from what your path could be if you stay on your present road. And then I'm going to go back and look at it again from a love perspective. And then we're going to go to this last section here, and this is about the advice that you need for yourself. Let's jump in. And we're going to start off here with the you and your path reading. And let's start with the moon. Now, the moon card here is with regard to your path. Are you feeling a little bit lost? Are you not sure how you're going to move forward here? Because with the moon, there are different things that you're trying to tackle internally. Now, there is the moonlight within this card, and that is expressing your fantasies, any idealistic ideas you have about life, love, jobs. And it's also about, the things that you are tricking yourself into believing, your illusions within your life. And then the shadows follow the moonlight. Now, the shadows here are the darker side of yourself. It's the anxiety. It's the criticising voice that goes off in your ear whenever you're unsure of yourself or you're feeling insecure. And between those 2 sections of the moon, the light side and the dark, it has you maybe a little bit confused about where your next steps are going to be and which direction you should go, which path to choose. But there's also one more section within the moon card here, and it's your intuition. This is the advice that's coming from this card, is that try to clear your mind. Block out all of those illusions, all of those negative thoughts, and just focus on your happy place. Focus on somewhere that you really want to be that brings you serenity, that brings you calmness within yourself. And once you've cleared your mind, then you can begin to unravel all of the illusions and the dark side that's within you, and focus on what one you want to work on first. And in that way, and using your intuition, you can then focus on a forward path. Choose one and begin to step forward. Then we have the Chariot card here. And this has some similar energies with the moon, because this is also about finding a focus. It's about using your clear head to find yourself a path. Find out where you want to go. What are your first steps? And the Chariot is guided by the moonlight, both light and dark. And it relies on your intuition as well to direct it in whatever direction your first goal is. This is no mean task. This is something that is going to take determination. It's going to have you using all of your willpower, being disciplined. And it will give you one foot in front of the other. But as with the Chariot, this is something that you're going to have to want to do. Because no one can get you out of the shadows and out of the moonlight that's blinding you if you haven't got the willpower and the determination and the focus. That all depends on the decision of whether you stay in this place or you choose to move forward. If you choose to move forward, we have the Three of Cups here. Now this is a wonderful card because this is all about being embraced by true friendship. This is about spending time with people who you love, good friends, and people that love you in return, that you have a harmony there. And they can help you and support you with whatever problems come your way, whatever hurdles and obstacles you have to get over in order to achieve the goals that you've set yourself. Because with your friends beside you, solutions can always be found. Spend time with your family and your friends and those people that love you. Because that's what makes you happy, what makes you joyous within your life, and it gives you a positive energy. And that makes anything possible. Alright, I'm going to jump back now and look at these cards again from a love perspective. Alright, let's jump back in again and look at these cards from a love perspective. Now, the moon here has a similar energy from before. But I'm looking at it from a romantic angle. Are you maybe wearing rose-tinted glasses? Are you maybe seeing more within a friendship than is actually there? Do you have a crush that within your dreams is passionate and loving? Someone who is with you in an emotional harmony that lasts? Are you in a relationship even at the beginning and you're just maybe going out on first dates, but in your mind you're already picking out your children's names and the house with the white picket fence? Are you caught up in illusions where your romantic life is concerned? And all of those feelings can be getting the juices all fired up. Are you maybe having a moment where your sexual ardour is rising? Now, in moving over to the dark side here, is it possible that the other person doesn't know what you're thinking, doesn't know what you're feeling, and they're not responding to you in this romantic way? Or if they are romantically inclined towards you, are they maybe pulling back emotionally? It's creating pain, it's creating distance. Whichever side of the moon that you're sitting on just now, light or dark, be kind to yourself, because this is a moment where your emotions are flying away with you. And because you want your love to be returned so deeply that you're maybe ignoring any red flags that's coming your way. You're not seeing the reality of the situation as well as you could be if you'd taken those rose-tinted goggles off. Now, the next card we have here is the Chariot. Now, do you want this person really bad? Are your juices flowing? Is your passion rising? And it's as if that you want that person to respond to you. And you're willing to run over their feelings to make it happen, to make them realise that you feel you have such a good connection with them, that it's all going to be fine if they just try. But this love thing, this romance thing, these sexual encounters take two. Now, it could be that with the Chariot here, a choice does come your way. For some of you out there, it could be that your dreams come true, and part of the choice that you have is to come together and begin to move forward as one. Or it could be that, you realise that this is something that isn't going to really happen, that the connection is not there, that it's not grounded in reality, and that maybe it's better to be single at this moment in time instead of running roughshod over someone else's feelings. Either way, this card represents a moment of great power. It's a moment where your self-interest comes to the fore. And it's not a card to be taken lightly. So think before you step forward. And the next card we have is the Three of Cups. Now, the energy for the Three of Cups hasn't really changed. It's still all about loving people and being loved in return. Your friends, your family, people that have a connection with you. Now, it may be that that support is giving you everything that you need at this time. But there's also the possibility that between your friends and family, that you may be going to parties or being introduced to someone that gives you a spark of interest, romantic interest in the future. So there could be a very good moment romantically in the offing. Alright, let's move on to the next section here. And this is about you and the advice that you need for yourself. Now in this section, the card that's came forward for you is say what you mean. Now, in spending time with your friends and family, has their advice been that you need to be honest with yourself about what you want from your life, about the connections that are there in reality? Could it be that some honest communication between you and other people is something that's long overdue? Because up until now, have you maybe been ducking and diving and living with illusions instead of facing reality? And this is the moment that you're being encouraged to clear your mind, to be true to the feelings that are within you, and to take back some of your power. Push away the moonlight and the dark shadows and be true to yourself. Now, it could be that when you're having truthful conversations with other people that you may feel vulnerable. And if this is someone who you're already in a friendship with or friends with benefits, then it could be that they may be trying to sway you in your path, in your decisions. But the advice here for that is to be true to yourself. This life is yours, and it's you that has to live it. Alright, now please take care, Aquarius, and have a great couple of weeks, and I'll see you next time. Bye.